Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Shelley here. So let's get into the Alexandra Rodriguez Reddit reaction. Let's see what the lovely people of Reddit have to say today, shall we? Oh, I love this. Corrected her fake sympathy Instagram story. I love pizza a lot. Hang on. Cheese. Cheese I love on pizza. Cookies. Oh God. Cookies got Roger on donuts, right? Oh, I've got no idea what that means. Home goods. My Diet Coke, and now Target. Okay, I don't really get that. Sorry, I might be really stupid, but I really don't get that. Anyway, all right, let's see what else. Stranger danger. What's this one? What's this one about? This entire portion talking about the Patriots and trying to open the stroller felt like it was literally their first time interacting. She looked nervous and uncomfortable. What the hell? She looked nervous and uncomfortable because she had no fucking clue and idea how to open that bloody thing, and she knew she was going to look like an idiot. Like two random employees meeting at the water cooler into the wild, says. I love that. Pure Air says, I tend to think that they no longer spend a lot of time together. Oh God, that was fucking funny. No platform. Portions like this are why we don't think Yar lives there anymore. Non-Parale Chocolate says, I think he lives there. Yar knows how to count his money. He's not going to pay rent and child support when he can live there at whatever level he's currently contributing. They don't interact much, and when they do, it's a roommate level, not like spouses together. No Platform says, I mean, I can see the prerogative, but it's the way there's nothing of his shown in that house has me thinking he doesn't live there. Remember a few vlogs back, excuse me, she didn't know Yar had run out of his toothpaste. That's right. Wouldn't someone know if their spouse has run out of toothpaste if they were actually in a house together? Square Salute says, it's wild to me because my spouse and I do more like I do act like best friends versus lovey-dovey, and I so try and watch them in that lens, but you can try and feel they're not even friends. Cool Reed says, small talk for not so small girl. She was also using her customer service drive-through voice. Mel Moonlight says, loveless marriage type deal reminds me of two co-workers. Who is this diva? Yeah, look at the face. Fucking it is really AI. That's why she got rid of one of them. I think this is the one she got rid of. Jeez. Trying to make herself look like Trisha Paytas there. And halving her body in weight as well. Very teeny sweetie. I am training my eye to spot AI, and I can almost guarantee you this AI edited or generated, LOL, she is getting to a level of pathetic that is beyond comprehension. Neray says, it's the font. AI generated thumbnails all use this same strange sans serif, let's have a look, font that I can immediately identify. Oh, okay. That I can immediately identify. It's because AI is trained on a lot of fonts, and this bland sans serif is the average of all fonts it is trained on. Another clue, the nonsense happening around the stroller. Why is there new stroller and baking? Why is there an arrow pointing from new stroller and baking at the stroller? Oh yeah, that's true. That should be here next to the baking. That's probably why she took it off. The cinnamon roll is looking like it just exploded. There was smoke coming out of it. She's insane. She's mentally gone. Katya says, Honestly, without any context, you would never even guess it was her. I know. Look at the nose. Wow, look at the nose. She's given herself a chin and a neck. It's not even the skinny filter that she features. Skinny filter. The features look fundamentally different. Yeah, because she doesn't look like that at all. Okay. Riosh says, oh my God, her nose absolutely looks nothing like that at all. Absolutely. Girl, if you ever go missing, no one will find you. I love that. Key Proposal says, I saw the video one time of a cop getting on video and literally saying the exact same thing. I remember that. He said they think they are looking for Barbie when in fact they are looking for Shrek. Laughing out loud. So see if you can find it somehow. It went kind of viral a couple of years ago. I remember that. Fit Ruin says it looks nothing like her from the nose, the chin, or the lack thereof. That also thick hair. Back of her skull is less flat. That AI is ridiculously obvious. Who does she think she's fooling? Herself and her stupid stands, said Alfalfa. Okay, Alfalfa says her ridiculous fans. Yep. I thought it was Trisha Paytas at first. Me too, Mama Bell says. That's the first thing I saw too. Imagine wanting to look like Trisha Paytas. Critical Rabbit, I think she wishes she fucking looks like Trisha Paytas' ass, if you ask me, Alexandra. But anyway, Critical Rabbit says she wanted to look like Emily Kaiser, but the filter technology only can achieve Trisha Paytas. Proper Ad says she follows all of them, but she really wishes they could look like Chloe K. Oh God, there's a hilarious video out there of her acting like Chloe K on a live, telling one of her viewers, listen Eric or Erica, I don't want to block you boo, very cringe. Oh, I love her. Holy AI Batman. Professional Left says, look at that chiseled chin. No, wait, look at that baking. You mean the pre-made cinnamon rolls that you thought that are almost 700 calories? No, wait, at being used as a prompt? But wait, we will not be showing Anderson online. We want to protect him. Well done, you effing CUNT. Yep. Accomplished Cell says she's AI generated her new self and the editing and filters were getting to be too much work. Mel Moonlight, hey, that's skinny legend Alexandra Rodriguez. She's so skinny with that chiseled jaw. I'm dead. That's so AI next. Next she'll start AI editing Anderson. It says, Standard Girl says, shh, don't give her ideas. New stroller, overconsumption queen strikes again. We've used the same stroller for 4 years and have travelled multiple times a year with it and is still perfect condition. Also, that Peter Pan AI knows. Where's the car seat? Still in the box. She already changed the thumbnail. That's right. She made it like this. That was the next one she did. She decided to go for. But you know what, Alexandra? People are quick and they're snapping these things off Instagram. So you're too late. Baking and coziness. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah. Because her idea of baking and having the smell gives her cozy vibes. Into the Wild says, haha, because it looked absolutely nothing like her. I just want to ban her from using the word cozy. So do I. Can we also ban her from the word vibes? Can we ban her just off the internet? Would be a good thing. Cold Wind Blowing says, girl, we have all seen your profile and this is not you. AI slop. New stroller for flying to Florida, I'm sure. Yep. I so hope he is hard to handle. Me too. She will buy that blackout tent and leave him in the room again while her and Nancy sit on the patio or go to the pool just like last time. Do you guys remember that? Surely she can't do it this time. Okay, Alfalfa says she mentioned trips, so one to Florida and the rest are car shows. And look at this. This is when I was mentioning which one looks like the fucking refrigerator. Definitely 100% catfish. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking hell. Look at this nose here. She's trying to say that looks like that. Oh, come on, Alex. Effing liar. Miss Trisha Rodriguez in the house. Girl, bye. I was looking for this comment. She looks like Trisha Paytas. Dear Jesus in heaven. You mean to tell me Trisha Paytas is not nicer looking than her? Come on, guys. I don't know whose face and body that is, but it ain't Mama Duka's. Oh my God, delusional. Who is she fooling? It also looks like she's edited his hair. This doesn't even look like her. Why does she need a new stroller if he can walk? Confinement and sleep. Cat lover. What the F? This cannot be how she sees herself. Like a woman, we see you in your vlogs. Competitive Coconut says, it looks like Anderson has been kidnapped. We all know she doesn't look like that, and she doesn't smile when she's holding Anderson. Who does she really think she's fooling? To me, it looks like she tried to merge multiple people for that picture of herself in the thumbnail. I see she's changed it now. Yep. Can't wait for Shelley to see this, Miss Rodriguez. Well, I did, darling, and it's fucking pathetic for her to think that. We would actually believe that she looks anything slightly remotely like this person in the picture. No Bias says, this has to be AI. She is disgraceful. A few Classroom says, if this isn't confirmation that Dummy wants to be Trisha Paytas so badly. Mint Blue says, oh my God, no she didn't. I had to go look for myself because for some reason I couldn't believe she would put a completely 100% AI picture in her thumbnail. Well, she did, and she knew she made that fucking mistake, so she went and changed it for another one. Hey Alex, is she for effing real? As the love... Oh, I didn't even say fucking... As the lovely Shelley would say, puzzle-headed too. Puzzle-headed? Yeah, puzzle-headed too. Is she fucking for real? She's for real, unfortunately. Agile Masterpiece, new stroller, but still doesn't have an appropriate safe car seat. Yeah, how long ago did she claim that so much researched and bought one? It's coming along. The car seat's coming when Anderson's hair products are coming. It is to be delivered across the Atlantic via tugboat. I love that. Oh, go fuck off, Alex. Imagine using AI to make yourself look like Trisha Paytas. What a sad life. Priorities. Stroller before car seat. That looks like an AI-generated, yassified version of her. Oh, these comments are the fucking best. She must be having AI create her thumbnails in their entirety. Whoever she got a rhinoplasty and liposuction. That photo in the thumbnail is definitely AI. Yep. And where are her chins? Okay, we get it. Everyone thinks it's AI. We know it's AI. She looks fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. I knew it was Move Suspicious. I knew this had to be Move Suspicious. The triggered facial expressions Alex makes when reading this subreddit, LOL. She is the most unhinged, manic, bothered lurker who lives on here more than we do. Be prepared for another crash out. Let's just have a look at all these faces, shall we? I really hate myself because I'm going to actually click the zoom button. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's beautiful. That's even nicer. But that one there, crazy eyes, and the PIWGY nose, and this one. This is my favourite. This is my favourite. Dear Jesus. Fucking hell. My God. And she thinks she's cute making these faces. She really does. Seriously. Top left pick is my favourite. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's a good one too. But this one still is mine, this one. Top left pick is my favourite. I would bet money that she looks like all of these pics when she actually calls Nasty Nancy to rant about the comments. She goes into her secret stash and binges on snacks and watches scrolling and for hours reading about herself. Narcissists can't help it. They're obsessed with their image and hate not having control of the narrative. She keeps notes in her phone of things we say, then casually brings them up. The most unbothered, obese, irrelevant chick on the internet. Gloomy says, she is so unfortunate looking. She deserves it though. Yep. She's a BITCH, just like Nancy. Both are pedo-loving, obnoxious, loudmouth women, hating, jealous, evil narcissist. This. Fucking love that. The faces she makes when Anderson interrupts her verbal diarrhea in front of the camera. So true. Surprised she didn't throw a fit when he was banging on those pots and pans during their stroll shill. Yeah. Secrets She Keeps says, what a miserable person. All I see is someone who hates herself and projects it onto others. Misery loves company. She's going to be an old bitter lady, a bitter hag, just like Nasty Nancy. Watch, in 5 years she'll be divorced, 500 pounds and bedridden with kids who want nothing to do with her. Lurking Lobo says she really, at heart, a nasty and vile person, just like her disgusting trash parents. I imagine her jowls quivering with rage while she reads here. Oh, love it. CSLO says, craved a baby, can't stand said baby that she was fortunate enough to have. Ungrateful, selfish, BOTCH. Is currently either trying to get knocked up or is already pregnant with another to neglect and abuse. I loathe her, Move Suspicious says. Emotional escape. I hope she never has the girl she's so desperate to have. Me too, emotional support. Sacred Strength says, she even... What is this picture? I always see this picture. I'm going to see what it is. Is it a mouth? Ah, that's what, it's Alexandra's face. I think it's Alexandra's face. She even turned her wanting a baby into a food translation. Yeah, that's right, she did. Craving a baby. Oh, God, that fucking looks like her. Agile Masterpiece. What was it that she said? They call me fat but never ugly. Keep dreaming, Slobzilla. UFAT and ugly. Yep, it's both. No Platform says that bottom middle face is what I imagine her face looks like when Nancy asked her to do something together without vlogging it. Yep, everything is content. What an artificial ass life. No Platform says, even if Nancy wanted Alex to go to the doctor with her or go visit Mimi and Grandpa without the camera, we all know that's the face Alex makes, then vlogs on her phone to try and hide it from Nancy until she slips up and says she's vlogging. Expose This Bee says, almost all of these pics show her quadruple chins and wide neck girth. Looks nothing like her AI generated thumbnail. Her eyes are generally terrifying. I think so too, Benson. She must be so scary when she's mad. Yep. Yeah. Crazy eyes. I've always said it. Mal Moonlight, holy smoke, she's hideous. The multiple chins and the teeth, what the F. Mal Moonlight again says, she's so unfortunate looking, even with makeup on. Her stupid faces ain't helping her. That nasty fake mole ain't helping either. What is a positive trait about... Oh my God, Big Al, need to read this. I can't think of one. Let me think, guys. And I'll be totally 100% transparent and honest with you guys if I can think of one. Positive trait? Positive trait. No. I seriously cannot think of a positive trait. Nope. I'm sorry, but nothing comes to mind. I'm very intrigued on what people are going to say about this because I don't think she has a positive trait. I can't think of one. To even say she loves her mother so much when I think she's actually gets jealous about her mother, so I can't even say that she loves her mother that much. I really can't think of a positive trait. We usually bash Alex here, and very valid reasons. I want to, however, see if we can do a post about her positive qualities. As a terrible of a human being she is, Big Al has to have some positive qualities. Here's my take on the positive quality Alex has. No matter what scandal comes out, whether it's her lying and getting surgery, her dad being a PDF, or her choose of filters to fake weight loss, nothing phases Big Al and just brushes it off her shoulder. No, I think it does phase her, and I don't think she just brushes it off her shoulder, to be honest with you, Lurking Lobo. Now, I know who Lurking Loco is. I mean, I usually remember reading Lurking Lobo's things out, and I usually agree with them, but I can't agree with this one because I really, really don't think, I'm not saying that she's wrong, but I don't think, where was it? Comes out, I don't think she just brushes it off her shoulder because she always ends up bringing it back into the video and being nasty towards people, nasty towards her subs and making, little narcissistic replies in her messages and her uploads to everyone. She is determined to not let criticism of her lies stop her from keep lying. I have to give that credit. She loves to lie, and she has no scruples to keep at it. Well, that part is right. She absolutely, definitely does love to lie. Let's see what else someone else has to say about it. I can always rely on her giving up. She's kept Bruno longer than any other dog she's had. See, I don't see that as a positive because I don't like the way she treats him. Miserable Party says, the Get Up Kids, she always lets us know the weather forecast. Crazy Guava, seriously? Marissa says, I screamed. This is so funny. Even though it is performative, she does appear to be polite to service people. The exception being the nail salon after working out, eating food, then going to the dentist and going to nap while on her period. Okay, maybe that is being fake polite to service people. That could be one. Free leadership. Addict wife, she did not go to her pap on her period. What? Yes, she did. I mean, I know you can get a false positive for doing that, but I had doctors that were mad because I cancelled for that reason, so I am missing something here. I know you're not supposed to have sex in the morning. You're going to go get one, but it took being stupid about that for me to figure that out. She's consistent with uploading her YouTube videos. Hustle. Hashtag hustle. I love this one. Oh my God, that is the fucking best gif. She would definitely win a hot dog eating contest. She wins first place as a failure at everything. The award of sucks at life goes to her. Secrets she keeps. I fucking love that one. Love it. Yana Kumpenmay says she might give up on everything else, including hygiene, health and friends, but she is relentless in her pursuit of eating junk, buying plastic, shilling and linking below. Those are areas she excels in. Hats off, Big Bertha and Dingle Diggers. Lullyball says she's obsessed with junk food and it seems to be the most important thing in her life. It consumes her and she has to have it. Yep. So really, apart from the being nice to people, all the other ones are sarcastic, which I can totally agree on. No one could really find anything that she's positive about. Who talks to their spouse like this? Can you imagine your tree trunk legs just busting around in leggings? What a rude bitch. His tree trunk legs. Calling him motherfucker. Always calling him fat is crazy. Yep. Hang on, guys, I need a drink. Girls and guys, there might be some guys listening. Okay. Its muscle says, projection. Worldly swordfish. I can imagine Nancy making the exact comment to Alex at some point in her youth. Any movie says, yep, she's just full of hatred. It is 100% true that a person that doesn't love themselves cannot love anyone else. And Dugas hates herself. I would too if I looked the way she does. Hence the reason she has she has to filter herself. Only way she can look at herself and face F herself in the viewfinders. Nasty B-I-S-H. Manufacturer Great says, I honestly think she would still hate herself even if she had lost all the weight. There's just so much trauma that she hasn't dealt with that losing weight still won't losing weight still won't fill the voids or quiet the voices in her head about not being good enough as is. I really think her family did a number on her, but as an adult and especially as a parent now, it's essential that she keeps working through it and heals. It's almost that she wants intentionally to inflict the same pain she experienced onto her child, and that she will. Wait, what? The audacity of her telling her husband he has tree trunk legs? Her legs are literally 4 times the size of his. What delusional world does she live in? Yep. Any movie says, goes to show what she thinks of herself. That's how you know what a narcissist thinks of themselves. They project it onto everyone else. M. Grom says he puts up with it for the perks. He has never once said anything nasty to her. Do you guys think that he has? Because if he has and I've missed it, please link it below. But he really has never been sarcastic about her size or her weight or her legs or anything like that, like she has been about him. He puts up with it for the perks. I'm a sugar baby. Pot calling the kettle. Yep. Mundane Entrance says, it can't be worse than her legs in leggings. I know, right? And she's got the nerve to talk about his legs. Serrano, someone posted an old video of her wearing a tank top and jean shorts and it was gross. Madam Entrance says, sorry, Mundane Entrance, I seen that. I wouldn't even wear that in the privacy of my own home. Never mind out and about. She doesn't have anyone in her corner. My partner would have told me I look a mess. Ah, yes, when she got with Ya and suddenly started cosplaying the worst stereotypes of Latinas. Oh, God. She's an a-hole. Always was and always will be. Unfair sprinkles, always will be. She's rude to everyone in her life. She is so insecure. She wants everyone around her to be insecure too. Any movie says, too bad it doesn't work that way, Dukers, and Ya could care less about you and your opinion. Yep. You know Alex would kill to have tree trunk legs instead of the veiny, knock-kneed, backwards monstrosities she has. Wouldn't it have been nice if Yaman actually spoke back to her and fucking said to her, oh, look who's talking? He just said to her, look who's talking. Have you looked at your legs lately? If only he would say that. If Ya has tree trunk legs, she has blue whale size legs. Look in the full-length mirror without filters, Dookie. So damn rude. Lobster Little says she constantly projects her insecurities onto him. She says shit like this constantly to make herself feel better and like she isn't the only one with a deformed body of her own doing. She's a classic narcissist, although I think she's malignant narcissist after her seeing her interact and supposedly care for her child. Any movie says, yep, she's a bitter, mean, cruel, vindictive, malignant narcissist. She hates that her put-downs don't bother Ya. He's emotionally unavailable and could care less about her opinion, especially her opinion of him. The sad part is that she can control Anderson's life and make sure he ends up more stunted than she is. That's the only thing that makes a horrible person like her feel good. It's so disgusting. Oh, wow, look at that one. Yes, Ya's legs are the problem. Yeah, look at hers compared to Ya's. Katya, that's fantastic. I hate it when she wears tube tops. It makes her look even more like a thumb. Oh, God. And she was a lot thinner here. Look at how somewhat normal she looks here from the waist up. How long ago was this pic? Damn, karma is catching up with her. She looks terrible now. Photoshop 2nd edition not long ago. I know, right? It's from her Instagram 2022, I believe. Sad Airline says, can you imagine the mentee B she would have if someone said this to her? Yeah, we would have a whole 40-minute rant video on fat shaming. Weight does not equal health, etc., etc. She's a hypocrite like always. I bet you she said shit like this to Gabby too, just like she always had to point out when her cousins were wearing her hand-me-downs. She tears the others down to build herself up, a true mean girl who plays the big sister charade. That was Sad Airline. Curious Reed says, last I saw his legs, they looked pretty okay. He's stupid to let her keep this in a video. Yeah, and for not setting boundaries. So she'll shut up. Does he think this is cute or banter? I don't personally know any man who would let their wife talk to him like this, or any women who would do this. That's right. I don't know anyone who would talk to their husband like this. It's just fucking rude. 1, it's a lie, and 2, it's not loving, and 3, it's stupid. Intari says, yeah, but how many sugar babies let their SD, that's true, run their mouths? He knows better. Sorry, he knows who butters his bread. This is part of the job. Iana Kukamei says he doesn't care and probably wasn't even listening or paying attention to her rambling. He's always on autopilot when she films him. Projection. She's the one in the relationship that has tree trunk legs, electrical nerve. Fit ruin. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, Alex. If he said that to her, she would have been in bed crying all week. Data aggravating. Exactly. Wide Sound says, dang, he missed a perfect opportunity to shut her up. He should have retorted, I know, right? Health and tree trunk legs are not the same. Or at least they weren't attached backwards or something. I know. Or have you seen your legs? These are hers. This is Alex. And she's talking about him. Lord Almighty, all right. Wow, which vlog is this? Vlogmas 13, 2021. She is obnoxious and enormous in this one. Disastrous option says, wow, she is a effing narcissist projecting her BS onto him. No FATLEX. It is your busted ass, fugly knock knees and legs that can't fit into his stuff or Uniqlo brands because you are too big. Because you are too big and your legs in plus size leggings still look like busted ass biscuits. You disgusting, vile spawn. She has said that before. She's reaching hard to make fun of him. She would have a whole book of insults to dish back at... Ya would have a whole book of insults to dish back at her, so I bet she's struggling looking for his flaws. That's John Candy fashion. I love that name. Lurking Lobo says, Ya is not a spouse. He's an employee. Emotional escape. I need not your average reaction to react to this. If Ya said this to Alex, she would curl up in bed with her apple cider donuts and cry. She is such an effing cunt. She sure fucking is. Weird how the person who said she doesn't filter, who said she won't show her son online, and who said she thinks AI is creepy and scary, is literally doing all three of those things. Thumbnail versus the vlog. What in the actual F? Okay, thumbnail. And then we have her real face. And this is Move Suspicious. Thank you again, Move Suspicious. Also, thank you to everyone for the encouragement on keep doing these Reddit uploads. You are very, very welcome. So now she's not only filtering 200 pounds off herself and lying about her weight, but now she's actually using AI to completely change her entire face and body. Didn't her and Ya say about her, during their fake ass speech that they won't be showing Anderson because of a fake AI. That's right, being so scary and creepy. But now Alex is using AI to alter how she looks. What in the actual F? The top pic looks like nothing like her, the bottom pic. This BITCH needs to be cancelled ASAP. Hang on. Girl, big as F. Stop. That mixing bowl is 8 inches wide. Do the math. She's got a face like a dinner plate. Who said that? Inaturi. I love it. Any ad says, literally, she's 90.5% of the frame. Move Suspicious. Most people in the path of the winter storm were focused on getting survival strategies together. Meanwhile, Alex wanted to make her back up bigger. Disastrous option says, we all know these cookies were for her. Fuck yeah. We all know that she is lying because her lies don't make sense. All of a sudden, she is making cookies for the family, not friends. And during a snowstorm or before a snowstorm and cold temperatures, the first thing on HEIFERS mind is to do kind gesture and make cookies. Come on. Even that is funny. And it's in landscape mode. Sky. Alex, this is not your face, not your jawline, chin or neck or shoulders and arms. You erased about 200 pounds and your neck hump. This is why people hate you. Internet, there's crazy things out there like AI and Photoshop. Because we want to keep him safe and pure and away from the harm of the internet. There's crazy things out there like AI and like Photoshop and all these other things. Like, we just don't want to subject that to him. So we've seen some crazy rumors, and even since I've been, hang on, like AI, like Photoshop and all these other things that, like, we just don't want to subject them to it. So we've seen some crazy rumours even since I've been. I don't know. She keeps going on about something else. Look at her. Look at her face, would you? Look at her face while she was saying that she doesn't want to. Look at that face. Fucking hell, man. Jesus Christ. How can you expect someone else to think that you are attractive when you look at your face in the mirror and you look like that? How? Receipts, Alex, you're a damn liar. Using AI, Photoshop and exploiting your son online. All things you swore you wouldn't do and don't do. This is Move Suspicious, yeah. Sacred Strength says, crazy, scary shit like her pedo father. Alex, your dad raped his stepdaughter. You and your family were what we protect our loved ones from. That's exactly right. Agile Masterpiece, not this stepdaughter, his adopted daughter. I can't imagine how traumatic that was for her. She came from an already shitty situation, gets adopted, thinking that her adopted parents would treat her better, only to be raped multiple times by the man that adopted her is horrifying. Yep. So fucking horrifying. Do you know, I often think of her on a day-to-day basis, her stepsister, not of Alex, but of her stepsister. Sacred Strength says, oh yes, that's what I meant, adopted daughter. I got Alex and him mixed up. It makes me so sick just to say it and agree with everything you said. Just disgusting. Why does her face look like that? She always looks like she has to poop. I know. I don't believe Ya is paying her vlogs any attention. I doubt he bothers to look at them. All he cares about is keeps replenishing that bank account. He's just as guilty. The whole stroller kit was, yeah, the skit was cringe. Who the F is that? She needs help. But I just photographed Skinny. I don't know what to tell you. Girl, you used a whole AI generator. Oh my God, the filters quit. So she's doing this shit now? The filters quit, so she's doing this shit now. Right down to the fake adoring look on her face. Yeah. It's not even her eyebrows. Lord, she done stole Kaylin Lowry's face. I don't know who that is. This is still filtered. And she is still huge. Lol Ball says, Alex always claims one thing but ends up doing something else every time. Yep, in this case, it's literally 3 things she's currently lying about on a regular basis. This is why nobody F's with her. She's hated because she's gaslighting, troll, and a habitual liar. Pure Air says, still hasn't brushed Anderson's hair, I see, yet, nor put anything in it. Move Suspicious, yeah, she has time to AI generate herself to a skinny legend. Shaking my head, I can't with this BITCH anymore. Data Aggravating says, it's always so dry and ashy looking. She is in Targets 4 times a week and she can buy him some mixed hair products. She said she ordered some, but we're yet to see them. I wish she would just take care of me. That poor, I don't think that word me is meant to be in it. Of that poor baby's hair. Froflo says the nose. Yep. None of it is her face. Dahlia Skype, it's like she thinks we are all blind. Girl, you are the only one who thinks that you look like that. Move Suspicious says it's not even her face though. Obviously she's edited her body, but her face is so AI generated. Dahlia Skype says, yes, we know what you look like, girls. Stop with the AI generated filtered bullshit. Yep, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Very Prozac manic food. ADDICTED. I took Prozac for years and then it never did any of this. Pure Air says. Move Suspicious. She needs either to up her prescription or change it. She's unhinged. Business Curve says, oh my God, Move Suspicious, you are truly a superhero, isn't she? Train Famous, if you squint, the bottom kind of looks like Pazuzu from The Exorcist. Alex is... she does. Especially when she gives those eyes. Calligrapher Late says, good grief, she is ginormous. If, and I say a big if, she gets pregnant again, she's going to get up to at least 400 pounds this time. Should be interesting to watch as she tries to convince herself she wears a size 16. Move Suspicious says, right, guess she'll just use the AI generator now. Who is this? What? Yeah, and you guys are right. It's not even her fucking eyebrows. I thought the first pick was Fallon from KDWB for any of my Twin Cities girls. Staten says, I hate it when she mentions that their son has pooed his diaper. Who needs to hear that? She either says it out of exasperation, or seems to infer that she's a good mum because she changes his diaper, as soon as she notices it. As if we forgot that she chose to hang up her Christmas decorations while her baby's son was lying in a smelly diaper. Yeah, that was only 2 years ago. Or a year ago. Move Suspicious says, I noticed she's saying it more, trying to push toddler mum content, calling him honey, sweetie, all the names she never used to until we called her out for her disconnect and coldness towards him. It's all so faked and forced. Don't forget when she says, huh, at the end of it. Huh. Starfire, the jowls are jowling. 4 cinnamon rolls for her, and data aggravating, but we know couldn't care less about eating that mess, and she just doesn't give her child all that refined sugar. Those cheeks are going to be her neck soon. They pretty much are on her neck. Lurking Lobo, she does this because she gets away with it. She is part of the machine and protected by YouTube. She is part of a machine and protected by YouTube. She will do this until she suffers consequences. Move Suspicious says, disgraceful. Ex-Pioneer, honestly, no one gives a fuck what her kid looks like. No one is worried about it. So many influencers show their children, and it's not a big deal. It just shows that they actually love their children. I think she decided not to show him because she does not have motherly bone in her body, and she never bothered with her son. So she used it as an excuse to have him be a mother. But she can't hide that she's literally dumb as a box of rocks and doesn't have any motherly instinct. She is so weird and she does weird shit. Or she doesn't want to show him because she knows her followers are weirdos who get way too involved in her personal life. Either way, it's weird as fuck. Undiscovered Toy says, I like how the AI couldn't figure out how to do her claw clip, so it just gave her a normal hair clip. Just a subtle detail, because we know Alex lives for claw clips, despite preaching that she could be dangerous. It could be dangerous in a car crash. Let's have a look at her claw clip that gave her. Oh, it didn't give her anyone. Her hair's down. It didn't give her any. Yeah, it didn't give her anyone. Anyway, I'm sure that's the picture they were talking about. This is freaking insane. Oh, I think that's the last comment. Yeah. She's literally like 20 pounds away from her heaviest. This is Mel Moonlight. Fucking hell. Yep, this was from the video I uploaded the other day, I think. Oh, no, I'm not saying it's literally from my video, but this is Alex's road trip to Pittsburgh video. Fuck. Ugh, Mr. Burns. She doesn't look that different, to be honest. The only difference is her face, but that is her body is still massive like this. That FAT bulging out of the last pic. Oh, there's more. Ooh, ooh. Oh, this one here. Yep. It's what happens when your top doesn't fit you. This is insane. I bet without the filters, she's much more resembles like this more than her filtered appearance. Silver mentioned 24-inch neck at least. Rotisserie Chimkin says, honestly, I thought I saw her in person once with someone who also looked like Lily, but that person looked so much more smaller to this side profile. I gaslit myself into thinking that there was no way it's her, as she was nowhere as big as the woman I saw. Now looking back on the moment, it probably was Duca's. Damn. No Baseball says, looks like the worst pre-ceremony monster-in-law in history. Looks like the worst pre-ceremony monster-in-law? I don't know what that means. Such dare. She looks like someone in a fat suit in the first pic. She doesn't even look real. It does. It looks like shallow hell. Sad Airline says, I'll be honest, I don't think she is quite back to this size yet, but you also have to take into consideration that the filters got stronger. I say this because I noticed back then her necklace chain didn't disappear into her skin like it does now. We don't know how many chins she's hiding. Bay Ray says, also, I came across someone who had the same surgery and gained the weight back. She was honest about it and said the weight doesn't distribute the same as it did before, so it's possible. Agile Masterpiece says, I didn't have gastric bypass, but I lost 90 pounds on my own. Now I think I'm too small and was thinking about gaining weight in hopes of getting my boobs and butt back, but I'm worried about the fat distributing weirdly, so I can't win. Mel Moonlight says the filters she has on are strong. She's bigger than what we see. She is bigger than what we see, but I still don't think she's as big as what she was in this video or in this photo. Nick I, seeing any of these LOL cows near normal humans is always so shocking. I hope she finds the help she needs. Do you really, Exit Crew? I don't. Alex to everyone but herself. Seek therapy. Yep. Yep, Great Pumpkin is right. Looking like Girlock the Destroyer on Insta. I came across someone who had the same surgery and gained her weight back. This is by Bay Ray. She was honest about it and said she didn't look the same because the weight lost in... Oh, okay, that's the same one as before. Data Aggravating says, does Ya and Nancy and her family only see out of gaslit eyes? Yep. There is no way Ya believes she's lost 50 pounds. I will never believe Ya ate more than one cinnamon roll. Illustrious Trust says, this is more than 20 pound difference in my opinion. I can take a lot of weight to see a noticeable difference when you're this size. I would guess 70 pounds. I agree, she's easily 75 pounds down from her highest. She was unbelievably FAT and got that way with Ya. That relationship is clearly toxic, Sparkle OTP says. She for sure lost weight, but then gained and stalled. It's scary that I'm sure she compares her body today to what she looked like at her highest weight, and she still thinks she's easily 100 pounds. And she still is easily 100 pounds overweight. Yeah, but she thinks she's a skinty queen now, even though she's still morbidly obese. Agile Masterpiece, I'd say closer to 150 pounds overweight. She's claiming to be 60 now, but it's clearly much bigger than that. Even 260 is 100 pounds overweight for her height. She's closer to 300 currently. My goodness, her heaviest weight was so much her eyes disappeared when she smiled. If she gets pregnant again, this is where she'll end up. Pushing her new baby stroller, unable to do laundry, unable to pick up and wear the infant on her hip carrier, and the list goes on. Calligrapher Girl late. The exercising seems to be performative, Annabella says. Agreed. Excuse me. Mel Moonlight, she would have said yes to anyone who proposed to her. I agree. I absolutely fucking agree, Desperado. And she wanted to, do it as a shove it up you to Ellen. Also, she's definitely gave him the ring. Yep, fake as fuck. Environmental Rip says, now who posted that one? Oh, Mel Moonlight. Okay. I'm surprised Ya was able to stand up straight after she jumped on him. Probably has a few compressed discs in the spine after that. That's a good one. Okay, Alfalfa says, I'm sure he heard his back cracking. Standard girl. I just posted something similar. I couldn't hold my first impression before reading the comments here. Data Aggravating, and Ya didn't care. It was about the coins. He would have married glitter and lasers. Oh, Jesus. Milk's Official says, oh my God, the cross-reference. Kylie Vanderpump says, I know that this is Chantel's line, but all he had to do was fake love her. Mel Moonlight, Alex should have had a photo shoot all by herself. Common Situation says, her calves are the size of his thighs. Hell, I think they're bigger. Pearls 28. And she had the audacity to tell him, that he has tree trunk legs. What the fuck? Data Aggravating. I just watched Shelley's react. I could tell Gabby was over Alex and the relationship. Very true. You could. She was so not excited to see her. She wanted to spend time with her friends. I think so too. Alex was not on that list. Alex not being invited and crashing the trip showed it was over. Yep. Agile Masterpiece. Is Shelley TCB? Opposite Camel says yes, she is. Sacred Strength. Wait, I just looked at this for like 10 seconds. It's actually so funny. Most of her body is all upper. She's literally making him lean so far back. I don't know. The longer I stare at this picture, becomes more of how the fuck did they pull this off. I don't know how the fuck he did it. I don't know how he did it, because she is so heavy and he was so slim back then. And look, he is actually going to, his body shape is turning into like a boomerang shape. Almost a U shape. Wait, I just looked at this for like 10 seconds, yeah. Sacred Strength says, first and last time he picked her up. Well, second, back then Alex made sure to know the world, picked her up. I remember that. Mint Blue says, this pic is so embarrassing, I'd be mortified if I looked like that and handed my boyfriend the ring to propose to me and then have him to try and pick up my WHALE of an ass. Jesus. Data aggravating. Shelley slowed it down and she clearly went in her pocket. Why wouldn't he go in his own pocket? I know, right? For the ring instead of hers. She was desperate and still is. Sagittarius says she would have waited to marry the old man that was flirting with her at Costco. Powder and Paint. This was so performative and obviously planned. She told him she needed to record something of proposal to post on YouTube, so he went along with it, pretending he secretly filmed it. It was quite clear that the ring was in her pocket and she passed it to him. Thank you. I think he's been in on the grift of her channel for a long time. Whether he originally proposed to her in private or they agreed that they wanted to get married or she proposed to him, we will never know. So true. Outrageous Bet says, all right, say it out loud. Poor Yar's back. Standard Girl says, I'm sure Yar never recovered from that back injury and he must have suffered from this moment. Looks so painful in more than one way. Different Code says, the sheer physics of this picture is astounding. How did she not snap in half? How did he not snap in half? Imagine buying someone to marry you and plan the proposal and buy your own fake ring. You go, girl. NS Minion says, wait, I don't keep up with her. Why is this coming up now? Also, my back hurts for that man. There's still a lot of people that don't know certain stuff about her. Did she change her photo again? Yes, she did. Oh, sorry, that one. I don't know. Alexandra, she's a magician. How did she create such an illusion? What body part am I looking at here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. Oh, God, I remember when she went shopping for that piece. Abracadabra, she's a magician. Who posted this one? Shadows and Sunflowers. I had to share this with everyone here because I didn't want to be one of the few blessed with this image. Thank you. I grabbed this photo from another post. It was posted a few hours ago. It was a post from a video of very scantily clad Alex in a freaking store, as she always is, you know, running around in her favorite summer outfit. I didn't realize she was an Alex clip. I didn't realize it was an Alex clip. All I saw when I looked down was what I thought was a naked butt cheek. When you quickly look at it, that's what it first looks like. And I was so confused as to what the sub I was following. I'm dead now. It was, of course, Alex. We all know she would kill for her butt to look like this. Oh, God. So off. I love that. What in the booty cheeks am I looking at? Yep. She's considering that granite slab for a grave, a grave marker, Silveridge says. Who has a shelf on their thigh? Incredible. She does. Enigma Mum, that's all muscle. I mean, she's been working out since she was 10, don't you know? I hope this helps. Shadows and Sunflowers. She should have been crowned Miss America by now after all those years of dedication to working out and maintaining that body. That's hard work. She couldn't even hold her infant son without a device to help her. The chub rub on her leg must be very painful. What? Don't you see that thigh gap? Her shorts could literally not get any shorter. I know. Fucking disgusting. What is with her wearing things 10 times too small? Just like what she does to Anderson and dresses him in that. Dresses him in tight stuff. Let's have a look again. Maybe we should do a zoom in. There we go. Fuck, it does look like someone who has a G-string on and, well, not even a G-string, probably butt naked. They are her legs. Like, if you look at that long enough, it looks like butt cheeks. But they are fucking her legs. This is meant to be her knee here. This is the back of her knee. This is the front of the other one. And then it goes in. That looks like the back of a fucking knee. What the fuck is that? Seriously. Jeez. Scared Strength says, Alex, your tummy tuck didn't help your legs. Diabolical. Imagine when she walked. So uncomfortable. And yes, this is because you're obese. I'm judging you. This is so trashy. I wouldn't want to see a skinny person either. However, with jean boy shorts underwear on in public, you know the little fat deposits that hangs out on her upper thigh were hanging on for dear life. Constant One says, this was one of the worst outfits that I have ever seen. I remember physically cringing at that video. She was really feeling herself after watching that video and realizing it wasn't random. She was really feeling herself after watching the video and realizing it wasn't a random butt on my feed. Enigma Mum says, my 15-year-old thought it was someone's naked duper too when I played front or back view on him with this pic. He now seriously contemplating the monastic life in our church, laughing out loud. Husband is still horrified by the look on his face and I'm laughing at them both. Shadow Sunflower says, the world is a frightening place, especially when you have people like Alex running around in her best summer outfit. Leaving the house like this is such a choice. It is such a choice. Outrageous. This is a horrible morning to have functioning vision. Is there a clip of this somewhere? I need to see the rest of this train wreck. Shadow and Sunflower says, yes, I think it's like 9 posts back from this one. It's insane that the video actually is. It is insane what the video actually is. When you just see this still shot from it, At least you don't go to bed with this nightmare of a vision. Excuse me, guys. To yawn. That's the skinniest butt she'll ever have. Okay. Alex, switching your laundry is a workout. No. Did she say that? See, I forwarded that part. No, maybe it's because you're 400 pounds looking up ultra thick, chewy, chockable chips. Yeah, cookies. Thought she was healthy, but can't even throw clothes in the dryer for a sponsorship without huffing and puffing and breaking a sweat. 90 people comment on that. God, you have a lot of people who dislike you, Alex. And for good reason. Most people were worried about losing power in the winter storm. Not Alex. She was literally... Now, who did this? Is this move suspicious again? Yep. Most people were worried about losing power in this winter storm. Not Alex. She was literally Googling ultra thick chocolate chip cookies. She ordered pizza and made massive cinnamon rolls all within 2 days time, but claims she's still counting and tracking WW points though, guys. Relax. She's still counting them. She couldn't even bend down to put her clothes in the dryer from the wash during the generic off-brand whack-ass sponsorship. She said it was a workout. Switching your laundry and tried blaming it on age. Unbelievable. Girl, you're only 33. It's not because you're old. It's because you're morbidly obese. You are nearly 400 pounds again and rapidly gaining. Why is it so hard for you to admit that everyday normal tasks are difficult for you because of your weight? She sits here saying she's lost 50 pounds and feels better. and can do these things easier. I mean, I thought you were walking 3 miles every day, Alex, but switching laundry is hard. This girl looked manic as F making those cookies. She is huge and only getting bigger by the day. Everyone else was preparing for a snowstorm, getting blankets and matches and batteries and candles, trying to stay warm. Meanwhile, this beast was worried about eating thick cookies and giant cinnamon rolls while her son napped and was ignored on the floor, hitting pots and pans. She said, you know you're old when switching your laundry is a workout. Correction. You know you're morbidly obese and extremely unhealthy when you can't bend over or do normal everyday tasks. This girl is lazy and neglects her son, can't even breathe while talking, but wants another baby. Yep, she does. All right, guys, it is time for a lozenge. My throat is getting really dry and the water's not helping. All right, so in goes the lozenge. Okay. She said, you know you're old when switching your laundry is a workout. Correction, you know you're morbidly obese and extremely unhealthy when you can't bend over or do normal everyday tasks. This girl is lazy, neglects her son, can't even breathe while talking, but wants another baby. No Platform says, I'm still considered morbidly obese even after losing 160 pounds and I have no issue switching my laundry over. So it's all the extra weight on her. And if she can't see that, then she may not get pregnant again. Or if she does, the pregnancy and labour and delivery may very well take her out. No Platform says, I'm still considered... Professional B says, hey, good for you on the weight loss. I've lost about 130, but it's taken me forever. And I'm only 410. Oh, that doesn't help. Move Suspicious says, I think she's already pregnant. She's eating a ton of berries lately and randomly bought another stroller while saying it's for many kids to come. Her last period was the beginning of December and she's making many noticeable mentions of future babies. No Platform says, I don't think she's trying is she didn't get to make her baby announcement at Christmas, so she's shooting to get pregnant around March so she can announce a Christmas baby. I hope you're all wrong. Family Author says, bad ass weight loss. That's unbelievable. Thank you for having the gastric sleeve. It definitely helped along with listening to my weight loss team on both pre and post surgery instructions. Calligrapher Late says, or she will have a premature baby, this time to say he's in the NICU. She will have multiple anxiety attacks and then say how much she is going on a diet. No, I'm not wishing this on for her, but it is a real possibility. No Platform says, honestly, I think she lied about when she got pregnant with Anderson. Well, I think she lied about Anderson being in her tummy, pretty much. And he never was actually premature, but I'm thinking there was maybe something seriously wrong with him mentally, since he is so far behind in his motor skills and everything. The next time she won't be able to lie her way out. Basic Animal says, I think he has moderate to severe autism. He is non-verbal so far and also almost 18 months. No Platform. If he is autistic and non-verbal, she is going to have hell. Not to say that someone who has a child goes through hell who is non-verbal, but she wouldn't be able to handle it. She just wouldn't. What is it? What is he trying to say? I can't understand what he wants, Yamin. And she'll freak out just like she did with the Santa. No Platform says, I'm wondering if there ain't more things wrong and that's why they chose not to show him. Calligrapher Late says, exactly, I do think he's behind as well. No Platform says, there is no way he's not considering There's no way he's not, considering 18 months and he just started walking and he never crawled. He scooted everywhere on his knees. He's not even trying to say any words past ball and dada. I have 6 nieces and nephews. None of them were just starting to talk at 18 months. But that also leads to the point of her not trying to nurture him and help his development. I will always say it's got to do with her. Always, because she didn't raise him right. She hasn't looked after him properly, the poor child. Sacred Strength says, like we have eyes and minds that work. She seriously thinks she can just throw out this nonsense and people will be like, oh yeah, that's why. Of course, Alex. Right, I have a neighbour who's literally 90 years old and is still very active. I see her out in the summer planting flowers and walking through the neighbourhood. Even Mimi is still very active and isn't like 88 or something. Isn't she like 88 or something? So Alex needs to stuff you. She refuses to admit that her weight directly affects her. Yeah, weight and health are not the same. But continues stuffing her face with thick cookies and extra large cinnamon rolls. What the fuck? Sacred Strength says completely refuses to address her weight, is out of control. It's all mental illness at this point. And you know what? I love it for her that she is going to put weight on and then some after her fake WW. And I always said it, just wait until she finishes WW. She is going to gain and then some. Just wait, guys. Enigma Mum says, I'm 5'6" and no big L. It isn't age. I constantly running around and up and down a flight of stairs to do loads of laundry, then up and down another flight to put all the folded laundry away in the bedrooms and linen closets. So please stop with the lying to yourself and your smooth-brained followers. And Tubbs, I'm a smoker. Imagine that. I'm constantly on the move, not huffing and puffing, just waddling from the... Imagine that. I'm constantly on the move and not huffing and puffing. Just waddling from the couch to the kitchen like you. And it says she is wondering why she can't breathe or move. Exhibit A. Alex, this is why you can't bend down to put clothes on in the dryer. This is not her body. No, it's not. Look at the smile on her face while she is looking at the pictures of thick chocolate chip cookies. She made her son nap the entire day while she gluttoned herself. Are you surprised? This was her face when she said thick. I was trying to cover windows during the snowstorm and Alex was drooling over cookies. We're not the same. Yep, Cookie Monster. Background Cup says, she just turned 33, but when you're morbidly obese, I guess everyday living is like being an elderly body when you cannot actually be as active as you claim to be. Girl is almost 400 pounds now, guaranteed. She clearly isn't moving her body unless it's to the pantry. Imagine how fat she'll be at 40. Move Suspicious says, if she keeps eating like this, she may not see 40. No Platform says, being almost 400 pounds myself at one point, I can say that I literally felt like I had the body of an 80 to 90-year-old. Everything hurt. My joints popped and stiffened all the time. AI gave out of breath walking. Just a few streets. Oh, really? A few feet. So it's exactly like living in an elderly body. There's no way she is walking 3 to 4 miles a day and not feeling every single step. Sacred Strength says, I'm 53 and changing my laundry and dancing and little jig doesn't make me out of breath. Stop saying you're old, like OP said. It's because you're almost 400 pounds and this is so hard and you're not so old. Don't have another baby. Move Suspicious says this. She claimed to get gastric bypass because she wanted a healthy pregnancy and knew she wouldn't be comfortable carrying a child at her weight. Then she had a blood clot scare, so she did WW, which obviously was bullshit the entire time. She doesn't play with Anderson. He's a toddler playing by himself and pots on the floor while his mother ignores him to eat. She can't even breathe while talking, let alone bending down or going up some stairs. So how the fuck is she gonna get pregnant again? If she already is this abusive to an unborn child and abuse the most irresponsible, selfish thing. This is abuse to an unborn child and the most irresponsible, selfish thing she's ever done. Momino says this 100%. I'm 42 and feel just fine doing my laundry. I'm also a normal BMI When I was obese, I definitely had problems. Can't imagine being obese and pregnant at the same time. She has no idea how much better she would feel if she was smaller. She has even if she was just even overweight and not obese, her quality of life would improve so damn much. It's sad. Whatever the fuck says, I'm 28 and 202 pounds and 5'6". So I am overweight, but not struggling anywhere close to her weight. 17 weeks pregnant with my second, and I'm struggling to do everyday tasks because of how much being pregnant takes my breath away. I was totally fine before getting pregnant. Literally, if I was double this size, I don't think I would be able to even get off the couch. To be honest, I wanted to lose at least 15 to 20 pounds before getting pregnant, to be around 180 at the start at minimum. But we got pregnant the first try, so there goes that plan. I seriously hope she's not pregnant again. Your lips to God's ears. Mamio says, congrats on your pregnancy, and you're right. I really think for her sake, she needs not to get pregnant. It will not be good for her health or her babies. But she's still tracking points. Mamio says, why is she even looking at cookies? She needs a damn intervention. I don't care if these cookies are 0 points. Enough with the damn sweet treats. He probably wasn't asleep. He was lying in his crib, wide awake, just waiting, probably. Howdy says, I cannot fathom how she is in the span of 2 days, or maybe this was the day. I haven't watched the vlog. She made 2 desserts for a household of 2 adults. I can't tell you the last time I made a dessert because we are a household of 2 adults. We can order 1 dessert once a month when we go for dinner if we want. If she still wants to lose weight, girl, what the F are you doing? Mamino, she never wants to lose weight. She always has the thought of it's nice, but she wants to do it as easy as it comes. And unfortunately, there is no easy way out. Mamio says, my boyfriend will bake cookies often, or sweet treats from scratch. It's just me, him, and a 4-year-old daughter. These desserts will sit for weeks and eventually need to be thrown out. Not because we didn't eat any of it, but because we don't glutton ourselves on them. So there's always some leftovers. I have a feeling with these desserts don't last a full 24 hours. You reckon? She is never going to be thin or have a normal BMI. She has to know that by now, right? After all her attempts at being and she is still this big, some point she has to be honest with herself. This is not the face of reason or sanity. No, it's not. Fucking crazy and delusional. Tabitha Pickle says her breathing was out of control. Geez, have another cinnamon roll, pizza, and more cookies. You're really showing the haters. Yeah. She's really clapping back at the haters, isn't she? Enigma Mum says perhaps she's out of breath switching the laundry over because the $144 laundry kit. Oh my God. She's shilling is too overpowering in its perfume scent. Yeah, I looked it up. We already know that she's out of breath because of the weight, not exactly the implication the sponsor needs, saying you're out of breath, changing the laundry over and using their product. Makes people think the scent is too harsh. Calligrapher Late says, nobody can relate. I mean, she's not doing laundry at a laundromat where people pay her to do the laundry. It is for her. Ya and Anderson. Give it a rest, Alex. Embarrassing that it was during a sponsorship. Well, not for someone who has no shame. Enigma Mum says, it just hit me. The friend's recipe she looks for, a thick-mounted cook recipe, is the Levian Bakery cookie recipe. If I felt like helping her, I'd post the best copycat recipe, let her FAT ass figure it out. I gave her the name. She couldn't think of, and she invoked her imaginary friend making these. What is switching laundry? Non-peril chocolate says, what is switching laundry? Taking it from one washing to put it into the other dryer? Is she nuts? I'm older than Nancy and switch my laundry all the time. Actually, switching laundry is a heck of a lot of easier than when you have hauling it back and forth and to the basement steps when it's done. And yes, it's heavy, but it doesn't make me tired. What is wrong with her? Well, what's wrong with her is read up with what one of the other peoples from Reddit said. Move Suspicious says she's a 400-pound water. And you guys can read that word. Oh, good. I'm glad no one else could work it out. What is this about? Thank you. I couldn't quite understand it either. Post her on Instagram. She only has 1% of her mind working, so she can't have anything on. Oh, and it wants you to acknowledge the food. Oh, so she did that for herself. So she did, I've got, what's that, knitting on the brain? What's that? That looks like it's bills or something. I've got computer on the mind, flour, cat on the mind, piggy bank, and the world. Sure you do. Like you really think of the world. I think it's more performative empathy. In addition to all her super busy everyday tasks, she also has a state of the world on her mind. Sure, Jen. She has no sympathy or empathy for others. Narcissists literally can't feel anything for others. She's performative and it's disgusting. Vanita says, no one, absolutely none. Alex gives more thought to what she's going to eat next than the state of the world. Absolutely. Reading that was like a punch to the gut because it's so true. The poor, sweet, innocent baby he doesn't deserve parents like that. I know. Any movie also says, right, Alex thinks posting stupid shit like that is what empathy is. Like, it's just making sure that you tell other people that you care. It's always just empathy words and narcissists. They talk to pretend they are normal. That's right. She does talk to pretend that she is normal. She really does. But it's easy to see why they really are by just looking at their actions, non-performative ones, of course, not ones that do show others, like Alex and her treat cart that she has to constantly talk about to show people she's so nice. When we all know the snacks end up mostly in her fat face anyways. Performative post, it seems like the rest of us worrying about what's going on in the world, the price of groceries and our jobs. She's a faker. Real safe. Yep. We all know she doesn't care. Memorializing. Says, at Katie, your attitude sucks. An ever so brief comment regarding WW points. The words, I'm taking a little break from WW, left your mouth, and you commented to someone that you were taking a break from the points, and you said as much on your Healthier Alex Instagram. You act like anyone asking you, commenting about the things you specifically said in multiple ways across 2 platforms are reaching. Just so disappointing watching your barely concealed rage at your audience for asking about the literal things you said. Did she reply? Oh, she didn't reply. And someone else says, are you not weighing in every week because you're trying to get pregnant? Or already preggo maybe? And someone else says, that would be a crime. Look how Anderson is too much for her. I love that. She didn't reply to that one. Cat got your tongue, Alex. Or you can't get your mouth out of food long enough to reply. Hale Sunbeam says, it's just interesting what's called too expensive. Starbucks egg bites, cinnamon rolls and smart sweets seem to fit the budget, but baby food is the problem. Early nutrition shapes tastes and habits long term. So what you spend on shows what you value. and in full day daycare is already needed for shopping and errands. Adding another baby is a real capacity issue. Babies need more time and responsiveness. Someone replied, so true. Then we have this one. All you do is come into her vlogs and criticize her parenting. Don't you have anything better to do in real life to help people? Why don't you do some activist work? What a fucking idiot. You're fighting for her in the comments and calling me a parasocial. Little do they know that she doesn't give a fuck about them. She really doesn't. That one person asked her, could you please show us how you edit and talk to us about your editing strategies? And she said to them, oh, if I did, it would be so short. I do this, this and that. True Peach says, her stands are 400-pound ugly ass morons. I agree. I can't watch her videos unless it's through a reaction channel. Giving her the snark she deserves. Seriously, what the fuck does this ugly ass PDF apologist have to offer than a ton of lies and lard? She's vile for her. So she's vile F her, and those heinous companies giving her PR products. Too Faced Cosmetics are as crusty as Duca's granny panties. I agree. I would never ever buy from Too Faced. Oh my god, is that Alex's mum? It's clear that either Alex or her mum is replying to these comments because the responses are dumb as hell. Okay, Entrepreneur says, I thought this for years. It's them. And probably other family members too. They probably just pay them for multiple accounts. To have multiple accounts. You are so casually throwing away your WW. I know you're done when you get defensive about your eating. Hang on, why can't I see? Oh, here. Wendy Hill says, Ozempic will quiet all the food noise and you will be able to lose the weight you want. She won't. She doesn't want to be restricted in her eating. She wants to still be able to feel hungry. She said that. The Smart Sweets comment is so true. The box on Amazon she ordered was like $45 before tax. She did not need a whole box of that candy. She did, and it wasn't for Halloween, it was for her. Calligrapher Late said, and yet she's upset to spend $7 or $3 on different types of foods for Anderson. The idiocy is amazing. You mean the selfishness? Sacred Insect says, a whole box is insane. That candy is straight chemicals. It's yummy considering the ingredients, but that's 2 times a year kind of snack. Disastrous Option says, good for her. It will eventually catch up with her ass and will be humbled real fast. Yep. Oh, I don't want her to eat away. Eat away, Alex. Background Cup says, I love it when the comments aren't all people giving her ass pats for doing nothing. She tried to breeze past taking a break from WW, then claims she's just not weighing in publicly, contradicting her previous statement of saying she's not counting points right now. How many points were the egg bites, cinnamon rolls, chocolate, peanut butter, milkshakes that you wouldn't show us all the actual ingredients of, and your complete takeout order? Yet we had another day in her vlog where the hours until 5 p.m. are mysteriously skipped over and is suddenly dinner time. And what did Anderson have? Oranges. She's still making Anderson sleep all day when he's home, and or shopping him to daycare, and yeah, maybe the new pram was more comfortable. Maybe it'd stay asleep for more than 2 hours in it. She's still making Anderson sleep all day when he is home, and or shopping him to daycare, and just emitting it from her vlogs now. That's right. Just like when she was bottle propping and used the hip carrier incorrectly, it still happens. She's just not showing it. She doesn't need another baby right now. And I hope the universe listens. So do I. Helpful Expression says, no worries guys, Alex is a FAT as FUC and just pissed off from all her full makeup hog mass decline. Zem says, think of how many food pouches she could buy with that money, but instead she resorts to spending money on her son. resents spending money on her son. Yet when it comes to herself, the sky's the limit. Absolutely. No second thought when she needs to buy something for herself. True Peach says, this ugly bitch deserves a clapback for her lies and condescending attitude. She rudely told her stands to relax. She doesn't want to film her weight because 400 pounds is becoming more difficult to Photoshop her livestock scale. Yep, going to have to go in and start weighing in a junkyard scale. I love it. I do not get why people tiptoe around their words with her. Because they're scared of getting blocked. She's incredibly mean to her audience and she gives them nothing. I do not get it. And she said in multiple comments she would explain soon. Where's the explanation? That's right. Anastasia says, kind of occurred to me, does she pay someone to weigh in for her and that somebody got tired of it? We don't know for sure if it was her, and it seems easier to pay someone to weigh in versus somehow manipulating the scale. Not sure, but a random thought. I probably wouldn't say so, only because you can see her ugly toes on there. But look, who knows? Who knows? She tried doing AI on her face, so she may even do it in that. Her comment section in the middle of the night does not disappoint. Basic animal. So when are you announcing your pregnancy? Alex, I know you have been sick. Your lips looking purple. Oh yeah, I read that out. That was a good one. Blue and purple. Maybe look into it. Eight years ago and still hasn't changed. Alright guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. I have had enough of her face. Yep, enough of reading about her. So I'll get this uploaded for you guys. Leave me your comments down below and I'll read it in the next Reddit react. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me. This was a real long one. So if you want them a bit shorter, please just let me know in the comment section down below. Or do you like them long? I'm not too sure. Alright guys, thank you so very much for spending time with me. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye for now.